First time I actually pulled that out of the box. Anyhow, I am doing a little treat, you could say, for Halloween. I'm going to give you 6 of the best cities I've been to for Halloween, and also give you 15 places that I want to go to but haven't had a chance to yet. I celebrated Halloween as a kid, dressed up as a vampire, Darth Vader. One time I made a costume as a Hydra, tried to put 9 heads on my shoulders. In high school, I worked in a haunted house, and for 15 years, when I had my house in Denver, I was a home haunter. And I got to where I would get 250 to 300 trick-or-treaters a year. Make up little candy bags for them or give out full-size candy bars. They just really enjoyed it. But I'm not sure, the last couple years, not sure what to do. Being on the road gives me a little bit less opportunity to hand out candy. And this year, of course, lots of things have gotten canceled, but you should still enjoy Halloween. If you stick around to the end, I have a recommendation for what to do this Halloween. So please do that. And if you like my videos, what I've been doing, please like and subscribe. But here are the 6 cities that I think you should visit during Halloween time. Los Angeles is probably one of the tops. In 2014, I went out to see Danny Elfman in concert doing the music of Tim Burton. While I was there, I went to the Witch House in Beverly Hills. It is quite amazing. It was an old silent film prop that was built, and someone decided to turn it into their own house, and it's been renovated and is just quite exquisite. Hollywood Forever Cemetery has a Day of the Dead celebration. Not Scary Farms. I wish I'd been able to go see Elvira perform at Not Scary Farms, but never was able to. In LA, you have the Museum of Death, which is fascinating. And the Queen Mary has their Dark Harbor event. And there is also the West Hollywood Halloween Carnival.
Oh, now that's a scary one. Yeah, but I don't think it's wearing a mask.
Now, one of the things, going into city number 2, one of the things that I had to do when I bought the trailer and started this trip on the road is I wanted to go to Salem for Halloween. Salem has the haunted happenings every year. About 100,000 people come to town. While I was there at the Peabody Essex Museum, they had the It's Alive exhibit with Kirk Hammett, his collection of Hollywood horror memorabilia and movie posters. One of the things that you really should check out is Count Orlok's Nightmare Gallery, which is a wax museum that has wax figures of a lot of Hollywood horror icons, such as the Phantom of the Opera. At the Hawthorne Hotel every year is the Witches Ball, so that's something that you should check out. There's the Cemetery and Witch Trial Memorial. If you are in RV, Winter Island Winter Island has an RV park that's about 2 miles from downtown Salem. A quick Uber ride, did that several times. walked it a few times. It closes on November 1st, so you can stay there until Halloween is over. Up in New Hampshire, about an hour's drive away, is Haunted Overload, which is one of the best haunted houses in the country. And you can check out the Witch House, the House of the Seven Gables, the Salem Witch Museum. Of course, in Salem, there's a lot of witch memorabilia.
Looks like we got some real winners tonight, Lester. Yeah, get the prize of the worst costume.
Number 3 on my list, and these really aren't in order, is New Orleans. It is considered the most haunted city in the U.S., and it is home of Anne Rice's vampires and the Mayfair witches. When I went there in 2016, the House of Shock was still going on. One of the sideshow carnivals in front of the haunted house. It's shut down, but the annual Crew of Boo Parade is something to not miss. You have go visit St. Louis Cemetery number 1, and take a New Orleans ghost or a vampire tour. Those are some things that you can do on Halloween there.
Hey, Lester, how come every other holiday has more songs than Halloween? You know you're right. The fat guy in the red jumpsuit's got at least a dozen. Even that stupid rabbit's got a bunch of songs. And what do we have? Ancient. Well, you're right to talk about Halloween. We'd be rich. Yeah, great. We can spend all our money on hats.
In Independence, Kansas, they have a festival there called Neowawala, which is Halloween spelled backwards. And this is a town of about 10,000 people, and it grows to about 75,000 on parade day. They have a carnival atmosphere set up downtown. There's a big parade that has 120 some bands and parades, cars, all sorts of things coming through. Most area high school bands are there, several from Wichita. And it's been going, I think, about 80 years in Independence. It's a huge deal and a lot of fun for families.
Yeah, you smell it right there, Stan. I'm a rotten head. Do you think I would smell like an Irish Spring? No, I like that.
Then my home city of Denver, Colorado. They have the annual Zombie Walk, where they've set the world record for most people dressed up as zombies. That's a blast. There's also a greatly decorated house at Florida and Newton in Denver. He does this big elaborate display every year, controls everything from his porch. He gets on average 1,500 trick-or-treaters on Halloween. And there's lots of haunted houses around Denver. Probably a dozen of them, actually.
Hey, you call that a costume? Yeah, right. I think better looking stuff in the garbage.
The last on my list is San Francisco. And there you have the Winchester Mystery House. You can go to the Half Moon Bay Pumpkin Festival. I've done that about a dozen years ago. Incredible. But one of the funnest things that I recommend you do for Halloween in San Francisco is take the night tour of Alcatraz that goes up into the medical wing. When I did it, they had you go up there by lantern, as there wasn't enough electricity. There wasn't electricity run up to the hospital wing, and you did it at night. Very spooky, very, very spooky.
So there comes the pretty one. Yeah, pretty ugly.
Now that does it for the 6 cities that I've been to and have really enjoyed for Halloween. There's 15 places that I'd like to visit, but haven't quite figured out how or when. Anoka, Minnesota is the first U.S. Halloween. Would like to go up there and see what that festival is about. St. Helens, Oregon has the Halloween Town Festival, which is St. Helens is where the Disney film Halloween Town was filmed. I would love to be in New York for the Greenwich Village Halloween Parade. And then I have a list of several different pumpkin festivals that I'm going to put as one item, and that's the Keene Pumpkin Festival in Keene, New Hampshire, the Louisville Jack-O-Lantern, which is Louisville, Kentucky, the Great Jack-O-Lantern Blaze, Croton on the Hudson, New York, and the Providence Jack-O-Lantern Festival, Providence, Rhode Island. As long as I've lived in Colorado, this is one thing that I have not done yet, which is the Emma Crawford Festival in Manitou Springs. This is where they have the coffin races every October. I also hear that there is a great Halloween festival in Sleepy Hollow, New York. I would like to go to Terror Behind the Walls at Eastern State Penitentiary, Orlando's Universal Halloween Horror Nights is something I'd like to see. Fantasy Fest in Key West. One of the most fascinating things that I would like to do is go to the Shibuya Square in Tokyo, Japan for Halloween. I hear the costumes and everything there are just fantastic. I would love to be in Romania at Bran Castle during Halloween. Dublin, Ireland has the Bram Stoker Festival. Derry in Northern Ireland is considered the birthplace of Halloween. I could probably fit both of those in on one trip, as well as go to the Krampus parades in Graz, Austria, which takes place in early November. The last of the 15 on my list is the Mexico City Day of the Dead Parade. Now, they didn't used to have this parade, but a James Bond film came out and did a big display of everything in Mexico City, and so they created this Day of the Dead Parade there based on it. And I hear that Oaxaca has a big celebration for Day of the Dead. So, anyhow, that is the 6 places I've been recommend going for Halloween, 15 places that I'd like to go see, and my recommendation here for you to do this Halloween that I know will be open is go see the Paranormal Cirque that is in Amarillo, Texas. Liv is the ringmaster and fire handler, and there's another performer called Cinder, Lady Cinder, I believe, and it is just a lot of fun. I've seen them twice this year, and if you get a chance to see them, do so this Halloween. Anyhow, that is everything I have to share in reference to Halloween travels. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like and subscribe. And other than that, have a spooky Halloween and a great day. Thank you very much.